Today, we the people are the last to say goodbye to a bygone form of communication. October 11th, 1983, residents of the Oxford County village of Bryant Pond lose the last hand-cranked operator-assisted telephone service in the United States when the phone company's new owner converts its equipment to dial-it-yourself technology. The changes engender local opposition from a group that protests against it by using the slogan, "Don't yank the crank." The Oxford County Telephone and Telegraph Company bought the system earlier in the year from sole owner Eldon Hathaway for $50,000, and now the company's putting in a modern dial system in place. The phone company's Robert Jameson makes the last call on the old Magneto system to employee Corey Snowden at a hospital in Portland. Then Jameson and Art Fisher pull a heat coil from the switchboard in Hathaway's living room amid flying sparks and photographers flashing camera bulbs. The system goes dead. Until tomorrow, I'm Bryant.